What's up, guys? I'm Dwayne,
I'm Alicia.
and we are Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there.
Waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate ya, complicate ya.
Well, we didn't knock the third one off Alicia's list to play. Today, we're going to talk about Suburbia.
Suburbia came to my attention when Starla mentioned it in one of the videos for Our Family Plays Games. After hearing her description of it, I knew I wanted to play this game.
So, I got it for her. Suburbia is a game designed by Ted Alspach and published by Bezier Games.
So let's go to the table for a brief overview of how this game is played.
Suburbia is a tile placement game for 1 to 4 players where the players are trying to build their own borough into a thriving metropolis. As part of setup, each player is going to get their own borough board, and then they're going to get the same 3 starting building tiles. You're going to have your suburbs, your community park, and your heavy factory. And you have to place them in this orientation. Each player is also going to get $15 million. They're going to get 3 investment tokens matching their player color. And I'll tell you what these do in a little bit. They're also going to get 3 of these wooden tokens in their player color. You're going to take this round one, place it on your income track at the 0 spot. You're going to take this square one, place it on your reputation track at the 1 spot. And then we're going to take this one and place it on the board where we're tracking our population. And everybody starts with 2 population as that arrow, if you see that arrow right there. Each player is also going to get 2 in-game goals that they're trying to achieve. They look at them, pick one, discard the other one. Keep it face down so all the other players can't see it. And each player is also going to get one of these player aids to tell you what you're doing on your turn. So let's take a closer look. So all the green tiles in the game are residential. These are civic. The yellow ones are industrial. And all the blue tiles are commercial. Now, if you see anything in the top right hand corner is when you place a tile, you get that immediately. So this suburb is going to give you 2 population. That's why you're starting on the 2 population spot on the track. The community part takes $1 million off your income. The heavy factor gives you plus $1 million on your income. So they cancel each other out, which is why you start on the 0 spot. And then here, wherever you see that square, that's reputation. So this gets plus reputation for each adjacent industrial, residential, or commercial. Here's a residential, here's a commercial, industrial. So this would be plus 2 reputation, but this factory has minus 1 reputation for every civic or residential. So here's a civic. So you had plus 2, but minus 1, which is why that starts on the 1 spot on the reputation track. And here's the real estate market already set up in the middle of the table. Over here, you got your other building tiles. You got stack of A, stacks of B, and stacks of C. And they've been shuffled up and placed in their designated spot. And somewhere in the C stack would be this tile. When this tile is pulled, we will finish that round and then play one more round, and that will be the end of the game. Here you got some more basic tiles that can be purchased. Heavy factory, community park, and suburb. Over here you got the rest of the money that's being used in the game to buy building tiles. And here you have the beginning building market that has been drawn from the A stack. Whenever the A stack runs out, we move to the B stack, and when the B stack runs out, we move to the C stack. Last but not least, we randomly place 2 in-game bonuses, and these are placed face up. So these are public objectives that all the players can go after, as well as their own private objective. And we set up for a 2-player game, so we only need 2 of these here. So what does a player do on their turn? Well, starting with the first player, who has this nice first player token, they can do 1 or 2 actions. The first action they can do is they can buy one of these building tiles in the available market. Now, to buy a tile, you have to pay the cost that's right here in the left, so that's $5. But depending on where this building tile is, you also have to add that. So this will be $5 plus $2. This will be $6 plus $4. This will be a total of $10. Here you can just pay $9 and that's it. Now let's say the first player decides they want to buy this. They started with $15 million, so they're going to spend $7 million and buy this tile. So the first player decided to buy the freeway. Now, when you place a tile, when you buy a tile, you immediately place it. And so in the upper right hand corner, there's nothing, so there's no immediate bonus. So this is how your turn will go. You would decide where you're gonna place the tile after you bought it. So if I place it here, this tile will give me -1 reputation for each adjacent residential area. And we don't want that. We don't want our reputation to go down. This will give me +1 income for each adjacent commercial building, but I don't have any of those yet. So let's say I decide to place it here. So once we place it, we see if anything goes off up there. There's nothing there. We would check this down here. Will anything happen? Nope, it's not by a residential area. But then we will be able to check our other tiles. So our community park give us +1 reputation for each adjacent industrial, residential, or commercial. Here's another industrial. So my reputation will go up. Then we would check to see if anything else pops off and if anything pops off in other people's boroughs. And that's one thing I like about the game. So like let's say on a future turn, first player decides to get this fancy restaurant. Now once he places it, it gives him +3 income. So his income will go up to 3. But it's -1 income for all restaurants built after this one. And that's in my borough or anybody else's borough. So let's say I decide to place that one here. That one, my income goes up 3. So let's go 1, 2, 3. This is placed next to this. That is a commercial. So my reputation goes up 1. Thing is, I could have also placed it over here, because then my reputation goes up 1 being adjacent there, but my income also goes up 1 for being adjacent to here. So my income will actually go up to 4. But let's backtrack a little bit. So once you have placed your tile and checked if anything had popped off, then you will adjust. First of all, you would adjust your income. So I would get no money. I'm still on 0. If this had been placed, I would have got $4 million. Then I would check my reputation. My reputation is at 2. So that would let me go up 2 on the population track. So I would go up to 4. And then that's the end of my turn. After my turn is over, we would slide these to the right and reveal another building tile from the A stack. And then the next player would take their turn. Now, when buying a building tile, instead of going down here in the market, you can go get one of these basic tiles. So let's say the next player, they want to put another suburb. Cost them $3, and they get 2 population, which they would move their population market on the population track. Thing is, once you buy one of these, you have to come down here and choose one of these to discard. And when discarding them, if you choose these 2, don't cost you nothing. If you choose anything here, you got to pay that real estate cost. So the thing is, it might be worth it because your opponent might be looking to get that landfill for some reason. I don't know. But, the parking lot, that does some stuff. So let's say that parking lot there, you buy this for $3, then pay $6, get rid of this. Then these will slide to the right. The other thing you could do, let's say you're hurting for cash. So all these tiles have a lake on the other side. So I can decide another way to stop an opponent for getting that parking lot. I can pay $6, flip this over, turn it into a lake. So these lakes don't cost anything, and lakes will grant you $2 for each adjacent industrial, civic, residential, or commercial. And you will place this in your city. The cool thing about this is every time, let's say you only got 3 sides filled and you get $6, every time you place another tile next to it, you'll get another $2 from the supply. So that's real cool. So I've explained the first action you can take, which is buying a building tile and placing it in your borough. The other action you could take is, remember, each player starts with 3 investment tokens. The other action you could take is you could take one of your investment tokens and place it on one of your building tiles, and it would double it. So let's say I did an investment token, I placed it here. So first I had to pay another $4. This would go to, my income would go down again. So let's say it just went down, now it's below 1. So now I gotta pay money at the end of my turn. But this gets +1 reputation for each adjacent. So I still get another one and another one. So this will go up 2 more. And that's just an example. I mean, I probably wouldn't do that with this particular, community park unless I had a lot of buildings around it. And that would definitely raise my reputation, because at the end of your turn, whatever your reputation is at, that's how much population you gain on the population track. And here's an idea of how a player's borough might look later on in the game. And it'll probably be a little bit bigger once this in-game tile is revealed from the C stack. So once this is revealed, we will finish the current round, then all the players will play one more round. Then we would check how much population we got, so we would see where it is on the population track. We would then check the public bonuses and our own private bonuses. So let's take a look at these. So this one, whoever has the most industrial will get 15 population. Whoever has the most residential will get 15 population. Whoever has the lowest income will be known as a miser and get 15 population. Oh wow, whoever has the fewest lakes, aquaphobian, scared of water, okay, they will get 20 population. Then once everybody has counted up their population, we'll find out who had the most, and they will be the winner of Suburbia.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, that music was on point.
Okay.
I was in the zone. So, all right. So, before we go into our thoughts, there's one thing I neglected to mention is on the population track, there are these red lines. And every time your population marker goes over one of those red lines, your income and your reputation go down 1. So I forgot to mention that in the walk overview. So with that said, what do you think about the theme of this game?
I really like the theme. The whole idea of building your own little suburb, that's just intriguing to me.
Yeah.
Um, Actually, the and what I really love about this game is there are so many thematic elements.
Yeah, this game is thematic.
In fact, in fact, um, the fact that your reputation and
Your income.
your income go down a little bit if you if your population goes up is because now you're getting crowded.
Yeah, you're losing that small
Town
town
feel,
appeal.
yeah.
You know, and so now people move out to Burlos or the suburbs because they want to get away from the big city. But now that your population is growing, your reputation is going down.
Right, because they feel like it's becoming another city. So yeah. So I think that's actually
very thematic.
Yeah. Yes.
I love the thematic elements of this game. Because it's a lot when you place in certain buildings, like the restaurant. I love that when you place your first restaurant, you making a lot of money. But then when another restaurant enters town, now you're losing money on that restaurant. And so, because now everybody's going to this new spot, or the airport. When you place the airport near a residential area, you lose reputation because nobody wouldn't be living near the airport and hearing planes flying over their head.
Or when you put up the movie theater, you gain population if you build it next to a residential area.
Yeah, I like all those little elements of this game. It makes it thematic. The post office.
Yes.
The
parking lot.
So yeah, we could go over all the buildings, but let's move forward.
Okay.
So, what do you think about the components?
Well, the components are pretty basic. It's mostly cardboard.
It's all cardboard.
It's all cardboard.
I mean, well, you got the little wooden pieces and stuff.
Yes. It's mostly cardboard. But it works for what you're doing. You're laying out a city, so it works.
Yeah. Okay. What did you think about the art?
Okay. I like the art. The art is simple and it's not fancy, but it suits the game.
Well, yeah. Well, what I like, the art is simplistic, but it's distinct enough that, the movie theater looks different than the post office, or the skyscraper looks different than the townhouse. It's just it's just a very simplistic art. And I appreciate that. It's an older game.
Yes.
So I like the art, but there's not much else to say about it. Just the art on the hexagon. But, okay, what do you think about the mechanics?
I really like the mechanics. I think they match the game. So you have the tile drafting?
Yeah. It's kind of like an auction. It's more like an auction because you got to buy... you got to buy these tiles, and when they come out, now you got to figure out, okay, do I have enough money to get this particular building, and it's going to cost you more because it's in this real estate spot, so, you might have to go over there and, like, I'm going to have to spend all this money, but I'm going to get this building here.
And you have to be thoughtful in where you place it, because depending upon where you place it, you could gain reputation or lose reputation. You can gain income or lose. So I love that it's tile drafting, and it's kind of your tableau. Well, I don't know if is it tableau building?
Yeah, it does have a tableau building.
Yeah.
Tile placement, tableau. You building up your unique burlow.
Yes.
So I can see that.
Yes, burrow. But
is it burrow or burlow?
It's burrow.
Burrow. Okay,
yes.
I've been saying burlow.
No,
okay,
you just made a mistake that
okay,
one time.
Sorry. Burrow.
But yes. So I love that tableau building laying. developing your own unique landscape. I love that. To me, it's a little bit of resource management because you have to get enough money to be able to buy the
Oh,
real
so
estate.
you going back to that money as resource.
Yes,
Okay. All
because you
right.
use it to buy the real estate that you need to
Well, yeah.
develop what you're trying to
Yeah, but
develop.
that's just finances, you know. Well, yeah, we go to work, we get paid, and we use the money as resources to pay bills.
Yes.
You know, okay, I'm used to that. So, okay. Anyway, what do you think about the teach?
Um, I don't think it's a super complicated game, but I think it takes a couple of playthroughs to really get the hang of it.
Yeah, it's a good amount of bookkeeping.
Oh,
Cause when
oh,
yeah,
definitely, definitely.
which I mean, if you're planning, you building a city, yeah, there's bookkeeping involved. So
Yes,
yeah, you where you place the tile, and you got how that tile goes off, then what other tiles go off, and you got to figure out what other buildings and the other player's city if they go off or whatever.
yes, yes.
Because that restaurant thing activates whenever anybody places a restaurant, not just you.
Or the homeowners association.
Yeah.
Every time you place one adjacent to it, so you do have to pay attention to those.
Yeah. So it's that I like the it's simple because you're just buying a towel, you placing it, but then all that bookkeeping comes into play. And you got to
Exactly.
think about that stuff.
Exactly.
And, you know. Okay. So overall, how did you like Suburbia?
Suburbia is a fun game. Um, it's just at that right sweet spot. It's not too simple, but it's not too complex. So it's a very enjoyable game.
So I really like this game, but what I really appreciate most about this game is, everybody talks about thematic or setting or whatever. I think this game is thematic because of some of the things that happen in the game. But it's thematic without a lot of bells and whistles. It's the components is just cardboard.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I know games have meeples and all that, and I love the passion that people
Yes.
place into their games. Like Honey Buzz. All that. But this game is thematic without all the bells and whistles, and it's just a good game. Once you get everything out of the way, it's
A solid game.
solid game.
Yes, I would have to agree with you. And I do agree with you that it's just every decision is actually kind of thematic.
Yeah.
I mean, because when you decide to uh, put up a development, you are thinking about how is it going to affect what else is around there. And that's really what you have to consider when you're building a suburb or a small city.
Yeah, so I really do enjoy Suburbia, and like I said, don't get me wrong, I like bells and whistles in other games, and a lot of those games are great. I mean, this one, great game without the bells and whistles.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm gonna put up a picture of they just released a second edition, and I'm gonna put up a picture of the second edition,
Yes.
so people can see it. I like the art on the original edition.
Okay.
I do. I like the art on that one. And I heard that the art on the art in the new game is like a little bit more elaborate.
Okay.
I'm okay with this one.
Well, you you like simple anyway.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I'm okay with this one because like old man eyes, I don't want to be, like okay, my head's starting to hurt. So this one is very simplistic. Love Suburbia. Thank you, Starla, for putting this on our radar. I mean, I've known about it, but I never like pushed myself to get it until You know, the wife here, she wanted to play it. That's all I needed. You know.
Yes, Suburbia is a great game. We really enjoy it. Good pick.
So, if you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button,
Hey.
subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And Suburbia, the first edition probably hard to find. Second edition came out. If you can find it, I would recommend getting this game. It would be great for your family. I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
We are Blackboard Gaming, and we will see you next time.